All right, y'all. What we have here is we have the Audient ASP4816, and we got a little problem with the meter bridge here. The meters are they're flashing a little bit, which kind of indicates to me I got a loose connection on there. But in order to get to the meter bridge, I got to open the front. I got to take this off. I got to open the front. The front raises up, but in order to get to that, I got to take the side rails off. It's going to be a little bit more difficult with the monitor thing on there, but I got to take the pads off the front of the desk. I got to take the speakers off the top. I gotta undo this I think there's 6 screws on this thing. There's 4 screws on this thing, and then 4 screws that hold this thing down, and then it lifts up like a bonnet on a vehicle, on a car. So the hood of a car. So I'm gonna get up in there, and then I'll be able to open up the meter bridge and check I'll be able to check the connections. I just think we got a loose connection over here somewhere on this side. And I'm gonna, it's ribbon cable, so I'll check that and I'll let y'all know what's up. I'm just gonna roll this camera the whole time, so what I'm gonna do right now is I gotta take these fronts off. I gotta pull the console out a little bit. I had to do this last year, man. It was the same thing. I'm hoping it's that, not a power supply issue. I mean, the console still works, but if you smack on it enough times I don't know where the bolt went. I'll be finding that later, I guess. Missing a bolt said the same thing as having one too many. This is, it's just kind of a pain in the butt, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. I wouldn't recommend this console. I wouldn't recommend buying this console. It's really not worth the amount of money that you spend on this thing. Shout out to Audient, man. Y'all should have made this. Y'all should have made this better. Anytime we film in here, like a TV show or movie stuff or whatever, I cover up the name, man. I don't want anybody knowing. I'm not supporting them because they don't support me, man. One of the stories is the power supply on this actual console. The power supply went out 4 days after the warranty was up. 4 days, and they made me pay for the power supply with 4 days. I mean, that's just cheap bullshit, and I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave that right there. Y'all do what you want with that. And it's just a pain in my butt. All the buttons have solo cut, solo cut, solo cut. This one's got solo solo, and that's just poor quality control, man. That they just didn't notice that they had a solo button on there. Y'all should be more careful and look into what, just a little quality control, though. Just had to go get a low profile key so I can get up in. I got to get up in this little tight spot right here. So yeah, I got to take these side rails off. I don't want to do this, but I got to. You know what I'm saying? It is working. The console itself is working. It's a visual thing for me, and I'm kind of an anal person. I like to have my stuff working properly. I like to have everything working the way it's supposed to work. That's all. Hopefully I don't drop any of these screws back there, man, because I'll never find them. Y'all saw that, right? Oh shit, there's one more screw. And I don't want to unwire anything. There's a lot of wires back there, man. There's a lot of stuff back here. I don't want to unwire everything, because then you got to label everything and remember where things go. Kind of crazy. Side rails off. Now I got to push the thing back this way so I can get to the other side rail. All the wires and everything back here. I heard something. I mean, we've had this floor is not perfectly level, so we've had to add we had to actually add leveling screws to the desk. Well, the floor is floated. So, and the guy that did the construction he drank a lot. He was cheap. If it were me, I would have done it different. I didn't do the major construction. I did the cosmetic stuff that you see. Damn, why would you look underneath the floor? Why would anybody care to look under the floor? The second rail come off. I got to take this thing off. I mean, why was this silver? Who cares? It's the only silver chrome thing up on there. And I got a Phillips head right here. See, that did move. I'm gonna have to put that back. I don't know how it gets so dusty up in here, man. Handy dandy flashlight. My little shorty cross tip. All right, so now we just pull this up. It's supposed to do that. This thing should just raise up. There it is. Oh, actually, you know what? I might not even need to get up in there. I'm just gonna loosen these connections and put them back. And I'll be cutting that in because you kind of can't see it from there. These ribbon connectors right here, I think, are the ones that are the culprit. Take it off and reseat it. It might not have been seated properly. I am gonna check the solder joints on this. This is the microphone which comes up here, and there's a microphone. There's a microphone right there, which does require phantom power. So I had to link it for phantom power right there. That solder joint looks okay. There's another ribbon cable here, so I just reseat that. I think I have a spare one of these out. Hopefully it's not any of these. In order to get to those, I got to take the board off, take all these screws off, and get to the connections in the back there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We'll check that. We'll see what's up. I guess before I even put it back together, I could turn it on and see if that's gonna let me turn it on, see what's up. Y'all ready? ready? I'm gonna turn it on. Looks like that did it. Before all the meters would come up to here, what I would do is I would tap on it right in this area. So I'm thinking, I think it was that ribbon connector right there. And what I did is I unseated that ribbon connector and seated it back. I'm pretty sure I got it. Turn it off now and put everything back the way it belongs. And we'll see how long this lasts. This is funny, man. The camera is taking a picture of the camera, taking a picture of the camera, taking a picture of the, it's gonna never end. Yeah, it looks, let me turn it off. Let me turn it back on one more time just to make sure. It seems like it's working. I'm gonna have to fix the desk. When I moved things over, it kind of fell off a little bit. We'll put the side rails back on, put the top back on, put the speakers back on, clean stuff up a little bit. I'll dust a little bit before I put the top back on it. Super speed, like 5 times speed. Y'all don't even know. Yeah, I've done this before. That's why I know where shit goes, because, you know, had to do this a couple of times. Hang on. Hello. I said hello. Let me turn the speaker on. Hello. I am deep in my console rebuild.
Okie dokie. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay, bye. That's where, look, there's vibrations on this thing, man. The subwoofer underneath the desk, and yeah, sometimes we hit that sub hard, man, and that's what makes that thing come loose. They should have put a lock on it so it don't vibrate loose. How much is that? How much is that lock cable? 10 more pennies than the other one? I mean, come on, bro. How much money are you saving? They went cheap on the design, they went cheap on the components. You know, these buttons wore off first. The label's on the outside of the button, man. They could have put it on the inside of the button and made the button clear. It's just a design thing. You can tell which buttons we hit the most. Talkback, studio loudspeakers, the speakers in the studio so we can talk to people if they don't have the headphones on. And it's just, I've had to add labels to it. You can see which monitors we use the most, the NS10s. Just a pain in the ass. I think the console itself is overpriced for what it is. And y'all could tell Audient that I said that. This is an Audient ASP4816. Just had to take it apart to reseat a damn ribbon cable. I mean, all they had to do was spend another 10 cents and put that locking ribbon cable thing up on there and it would have worked. Just a design flaw that maybe they ought to think about. That's all I'm saying. So there you go. That's pretty much the end of it. I just got to put things back. I'll do that while I'm back here and tell y'all a little story. One day, there was this little kid, and this little kid said, hey, look at that alligator. That alligator coming up over here. Is he gonna eat me? No, that alligator wanted to come over and get some of your food you was eating, bro. So the little kid started feeding that alligator marshmallows. The little boy was outside eating marshmallows on the pier or the dock. Y'all might call it a dock or a pier. But anyway, the little boy was out there eating his marshmallows after school one day because he was having his after school snack. Well, a big ass alligator come up over there, and the little boy gave him a marshmallow. And the next day, same thing, man. The little boy outside eating marshmallows. Alligator come up. Little boy gave that alligator some marshmallows. Next day, same thing, man. Little boy come home from school. He outside, eating the marshmallows on the dock. Alligator come up. Little boy gave the alligator some marshmallows. Dude, and then after that, like every day, it happened. That little boy go outside, you know, eating some marshmallows, giving some to the alligator. And every day, man, that alligator come over after school. Yeah, that alligator kind of knew what time it was going to be marshmallow time. Well, every day, the little boy go out there, you know, 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon, eating some marshmallows. Gonna give some to the alligator. And that alligator was that little boy's best friend. Yeah, that's a true story. Why would, yeah, you know, that little boy was me. There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. My best friend was alligator. Y'all just thought I was joking when I said that, huh? I'm gonna go outside and get a chunk of wood. I got some chunks of wood outside. This is a little block of wood. There's a little DeWalt clamp I'm gonna use on that. Is it DeWalt or DeWalt? That'd be good, homie. There you go. Oh, the f off, oh, that was not cute. That was really not cute, bro. I wonder if it's still rolling. That was really not funny. How much of this stuff, how much did this thing cost me now? You know? Yeah, it's still rolling. I'm glad y'all saw that too, bro. I mean, you know, mistakes happen, but hopefully still working. I don't know what y'all think. Still working or not? All right, man. I kicked the tripod with my foot because I'm laying down underneath the desk. Woo! Woo, that was scary. It looked like the camera made it though. It might be I don't know, let me my flashlight's up under here. That looks good. You doing all right there, buddy? Man, that's why we have cages for stuff, man, so we don't smash up cameras, you know? That's precisely why we have a cage on this thing. Well, not that. I mean, I just don't want to drop it, you know, anyway. Sometimes it happens, man. Glad you're okay there, Mr. Camera. I'll be more careful. Try not to kick you around too much. I can't wait to see the video when the camera fell over, because it ain't funny, but it's kind of funny. Definitely be putting that in the YouTube video. Hello, YouTube. Did you see me up? I made a mistake, and mistakes happen, and it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. All right, so we got pretty much got everything back. Let me make it the widescreen here. Pretty much got everything back. I just got to put the cosmetics back on there, and then what I'll do is I'll push the desk back. You see I pulled it away from the wall. I don't know if y'all ever saw behind the desk, but this is what it looks like. That's where all the damn wires for the entire studio are behind this desk. Have y'all ever seen a redneck limiter? That's what that is, man. That means the fader can only go that high. I saw one the other day, man. Somebody had a brick sitting on their console and they called it a brick wall limiter. I just got to put the rails back on, covers for the producer desk, I gotta put the meter bridge cover back on, put the speakers back on, push everything back. I think we're gonna be good to go here in a sec. Let's make some sounds happen in here and I'll let y'all go. Kind of know what's up already. This is why we check stuff, see? Because those speakers ain't working. I think I know what the problem is with those.
Do this
Okay, so I think we're done. Ladies and gentlemen, you have now seen what my Mondays consist of. This is one of the bigger jobs I gotta do, but sometimes it's just, you know, checking that knob, make sure to see what that knob's working. Sometimes it's relabeling the patch bay. Sometimes it's just sweeping up. Sometimes it's just cleaning the bathroom and then taking a nap. But this is what Mondays are all about. In a studio, when you own the place, it's what you gotta do, man. You gotta keep track. You gotta keep up with everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you see that some of us actually do do too much work. So that's how we do it. I appreciate y'all hanging out. And I think now that I know everything's working, I'm gonna clean up a little bit extra. I'm gonna go have a nap. It's still Monday. Appreciate you for hanging out. Donnie B, I'm out of here. Peace.